Good afternoon, everyone. What is the last topic? What is it? Test cases. Okay, right. Online students, is it the screen is visible? Online students can respond in the chat window. All the online students can respond in the chat window. Okay, right. Let's complete on that. So the one we have been taking care about in implementing with test cases, right? So the first we got taking care about test scenarios. According to that, continue with that. We need to be taking care about test cases. Considering with test scenarios, what is the meaning of test scenarios? Meaning of test scenarios. What need to be tested? The meaning of test cases? Meaning of test cases. How to be tested. So the one we are taking care about test scenarios and then need to be taking care about test cases. This particular test cases. So what is the meaning of test cases? How to be tested. At the same time, we need to be considering the low-level design. While working these particular test cases or in documenting with test cases, we need to be taking care about entry criteria and then need to be considering the exit criteria. So while working these particular test cases, we need to be taking care about entry criteria and considering the exit criteria. Meaning of entry criteria? Meaning of entry criteria? Reference documents. Meaning of exit criteria? Result or output. So considering this particular test cases, while working with the test cases as part of entry criteria, what is the first document need to refer? First document. Approved test plan. After that, approved SRS. After that, approved FRS. After that, approved test scenarios. We need to be considering that approved test scenarios. After that, what is it? Test case guidelines here. Meaning of the guidelines? Rules and regulations. After that, test case template. Meaning of the template? Meaning of template? Format. So need to be taking care about that particular respective template. According to that particular template, we need to be start documenting all that particular respective test cases. We need to be taking care about and documenting all that particular required test cases. Further, we need to be refer requirement document. At the same time, we need to be taking care about these particular test scenarios. We need to be referring with this particular test scenarios. We need to be referring with these particular test scenarios, and then by referring this particular test scenarios, we need to be start documenting these particular test cases. Further, we need to be start taking with this particular requirement document and referring with the test scenarios and need to be started documenting this particular test cases. So let's see that how exactly we can document that particular test cases. Further, we have been using with the scenario. The one we are taking with the first scenario that we will be mentioning about taking with the scenario is verify login functionality. So to verify login functionality, that is a scenario we done. For that particular scenario, we need to be taking care about test cases. Meaning of the test cases? Meaning of the test cases? Meaning of test cases? How to be tested. So we need to be considering that, providing with the steps of how exactly we can test that particular functionality. For that, we need to be coming up with all the required combinations here. So that particular combinations, right. So we need to be taking care about. We need to be mentioning about checking with these particular combinations. These particular combinations we done with one particular combination. The one we got mentioning about taking with valid username and then taking with valid password. After that, you done with invalid username, invalid password. Again, you done with valid, invalid, invalid and valid. All the combination has been done. Along with those things, you have been done with blank username and blank password. That is a one test case has been done. Any other test case related to this functionality? Any other test case is written? Now, considering that the Stacy 006 scenario number, considering that 14. What is the scenario number 14? Scenario number 14. Verify login functionality. We need to verify that login functionality. To verify that particular login functionality, so is there any other combinations we can write? Other combinations. Did not write it? Schedules are too busy, sir. Need to be spend the time for the practice, guys. Okay. Anyway, I mean, let's think about, is there any other combinations we can write? This functionality, this is what, I mean, in this particular test case, you are testing with the blank values. Username has been blank, password has been blank, both the things has been blank, and clicking on login button, testing the error message has been displayed or not. What is another combination you can try? Enter with username. Password will be the blank. Click on login button. What is expected result? You have been entered username. Password has been blank and you clicked on login button. What is error? Sorry. What is the expected result? Error message should be displayed. That one combination you can try. Any other combination? Username will be blank and then entering with password. That is also one test case you can try. Those two test cases you can write it. Apart from these two, any other combinations? Wrong password you are already done, right? Both are empty, already done. No, that is already done, right? You are entering that valid, invalid, that is a different. You are entering the username, password is blank. That is one combination. Invalid username, that will be this. Whether you are entering invalid or valid, that is a different thing. You are entering that username, password is blank. That is one combination. You are entering the password, username is blank. That's it. Still. Forgot password, different scenario. Related to login. Username. No, username, password, both are empty, already done. The meaning is password is blank, right? Uppercase later, lowercase later, I can write. That is again different combination. So the one you can consider, see that as simple as you are entering the username, entering the password. While entering with the password, is that password will be displayed? Password will be displayed or not? Yes or no? No. Okay, dot city will be done. Dot. What you will write that particular touch case? Is it hide? No, why? Show password, that is different. I'm talking about you are entering the password. Once you enter the password, that password will be displayed or not? In case of no, what need to be done? What is the terminology we can use? What is the meaning of hide? Hide means it should not be displayed. Show password, that is different functionality. You are having that particular dot symbol is there. What is the terminology can use it according to your development? Asterisk, okay. Apart from that? Okay, let me see the step. What are the steps we can write? Which you will be consider launch browser and then taking with enter URL. Okay, after that enter username and then taking with enter password here. Okay, now we can see that
recording
considering
stopped.
the right. So we need to be get mentioning about verify. We need to be get considering that verify password format. That particular one, verify password format. Now we can see here. Now you need to be get mentioning about taking with. Okay. So we need to be get mentioning about, right? So we need to be get taking this particular data that we will be considering that we need to be get mentioning about URL. So after that, we need to be get provide that particular username and then need to be get considering the password. Okay. So now I can say that which need to be get mentioning about taking with expected result. What is the expected result? Okay, password should be dots. Dot. Can we consider as a encoded format or encrypted format? Consider or not? Correct or not? That is what your development terminology. Okay. See that as simple as need to be get mentioning that password format, not like format. Password should be displayed as or displayed in encoding format, or we can mention the encrypted format. So the password should be displayed in encoding format. Whatever the password you are entering, not like exactly the same password here. So whatever the password you are entering it, it's not like directly displaying it. It will be taking with the encoding and then it will be displaying it. So considering the encoding format, or you can considering the encrypted format. This is what we will be mentioning about taking with verify password format. So this is what you need to be get mentioning about taking with that particular format. This is how you guys can think about need to be get right with the more test cases here. Now we need to be get mentioning about right. So which need to be get taking with another test case. So what is another test case? Test case 7. Okay. Let me take another scenario. You guys can think about still any other things we can write it. Let's move on to next scenario. What is the next scenario we got? What is the next scenario? Next scenario, guys. Such hotala. Related to login page. What is the next scenario got? Verify text boxes. We need to be get verify the text boxes here. So let's see that how exactly we can verify the text boxes. Further, let me write with the test cases. Now, what is the scenario number? TS0 15. Okay. That 15. What is the scenario? Verify text boxes functionality. So we need to verify that. That is a scenario. We need to write the test case. What is the meaning of test case? Meaning of test case? How to be tested. So we identified the text boxes functionality. That text boxes functionality need to be tested. Now let's give the steps how we can test that. What is the first step? What is the first step we will write? What is the scenario got? Verify text boxes functionality. You need to be get verify the text boxes functionality as usual. You will be writing your first step. What is the first step? You need to be get considering that launch browser. So it will become your favorite step from today onwards here. Your favorite steps will be launch browser only. While sleeping also? Launch browser only. Your hostel mate will be asking which browser you are launching here. Okay. And then taking the second step. What is the second step? What is it? Enter URL. Okay. After that. What is the third step? Valid username. Verify text boxes functionality. Verify text boxes functionality. How you will verify the text boxes functionality? How will test the text boxes? By entering with the data. Simple as considering the enter username and then taking with 3.2 that you will be considering that enter password. You need to be get verify. You need to be get verify that particular text boxes functionality. Okay. Now considering the URL and then need to be get mention username and then taking with password here. Okay. So now you can see that we need to be get taking the expected result. What is the expected result? What is the expected result you will write? You have to verify text boxes. Text boxes verify cheyali. You have to test that. In general, how you can test the text boxes? What is the functionality of text box? Receiving the text. Functionality of the text boxes. It has to be accept the data. Whatever the data you are entering in the text box, that particular data should be accepted. That is what the functionality of the text box. When you consider expected results, same thing you will expect. You are entering some data. Whatever the data you are entering, it has to be accepted. So what you will write in the expected result? user entered data should be accepted, or I can mention that should be displayed. So user entered data should be displayed. So this is what we will be taking with. This is what we will consider functionality of this particular text boxes. Next is 008. Related to this, related to the text boxes, any other combination we can try for text boxes? In general, text boxes functionality, you have to enter the data. Data has to be accepted. That is what we can test it. No concept of negative. I mean, not like all the scenarios you will get the combination. That is what we need to be get understand on it. Back. You both people are very serious. You both only too. Okay, in mobile you are seeing it. Mobile not to see. Okay, see that. Now, for one scenario, you can write with the one particular test case, or you can get with the multiple test cases. It depends on that functionality. Based on that particular functionality, you may write one test case, or you can write more than one particular test case here. So for now, we have been checking with one test case for this scenario. Let me take another scenario. Now let's move on to the next scenario. What is the next scenario? Verify links functionality. What is the scenario number? What is the scenario number? TS016. Okay. Considering that TS016. Okay. So now we can see that we need to be taking with the first step. What is the first step? What is the first step? Launch browser or launch browser? Launch or launch? You need to be more careful here. You guys has been developers. You need to be more careful with the spelling mistakes here. So you need to be very much careful while writing these particular test cases here. By mistake, while sleeping, if you forgot to write that A, what will happen? English is too dangerous language here. One small character, whole meaning will change it here. You need to be more careful. So what is the first step? Launch or lunch? Launch, not lunch here. Okay. Done with the lunch? Heavy lunch is done. Hostel only. Okay. Taking with this particular browser, mentioning about launch browser here. Okay. Next. Enter URL. Okay. After that. Need to be mentioning that verify links functionality. You need to be verify links functionality. So 3.1. What is the step you can write? How will test the link? Link ela test chestaru? By performing click activity. As simple as you need to be test with the link, you have to perform a click activity. So that you will be mentioning about. Click on. What is that link? Forget password link. You will be mentioning about. Click on forgot password. And then taking with 3.2. What is that 3.2? 3.2. Click on new user registration. So need to be click on new user registration here. 3.3. Refer your requirement document, guys. See the links. What are the links out there? If you are very ideal, you will get the sleeping. That is a problem with manufacturing here. Human manufacturing problem. That too specifically Indian manufacturing problem. What is the problem? If the body is ideal, what you will get? Sleeping you will get. That too heavy lunch is done in the hostels here. Done or not? Obviously you'll get sleeping. They'd open the requirement document. See that what are the links are there. What is the next one? What is it? Go to build it to. So go to build it to. So need to be get click on. Go to build it to. Okay. 3.4. What is it? Click on info@adactin.com. Okay. Any other links we got? No. Okay. Done. Now we can see test data. What is the test data? What is the test data? URL? Links. Which link? Forgot password. All links. Is it link is a test data? Test data meaning is what you are entering in the application. In the application, any data you are entering, that you will be considering as a test data. To test the link, are we using any data? To test this link's functionality, do we require any data? No. You have to just perform the click activity. Click activity perform cheyali. Just need to be get click on the link. No concept of test data. So I can see the expected result. What is the expected result? You will write. 3.1. What is the expected result? 3.1. Redirect to? As simple as guys. Working the Gmail? Having or not? When you're working the Gmail, if you forget the password, what you will do? That click on forgot password link. Once you click on forgot password link, what will happen? It will redirect to another page. So the same thing you will be writing. As simple as you will be mentioning about forgot password. Forgot password page should be. So forgot password page should be displayed. So forgot password page should be displayed. 3.2. What is a 3.2? 3.2. New user registration page should be displayed. Okay, done. After that, checking with 3.3. 3.3. Go to build it to page should be displayed. Very perfect. Really, you guys are developers only. Build it to login page, or I can mention that build it to page should be displayed. Okay. 3.4. Sorry. 3.4. What is a 3.4? What is output? What is it? When you guys open any website, you will have that email ID will be there. Once you click on that email ID, what is output you will get? Able to see one mail window will get open? Open or not? So when you click on any of that email ID link, it will open that one window related to the email, which we can consider in the compose mail, which we can consider in the compose mail window should be displayed. Compose mail window should be displayed. So that is how you will be taking with link. So based on that particular requirement, you need to be considered taking with the 9 TS. What is the next one? Next scenario. What is the next scenario? What is the next scenario? Verify labels in login page. What is the scenario number? Scenario number TS0 17. Okay. Considering that 0, 1, 7. See the steps. What are the steps we will write? First step, launch browser. Okay. After that, enter URL. Okay. After that, verify labels as usual. Mentioning that verify labels, verify labels, verify labels in login page. Considering that URL. What is expected result? What is expected result you will write? Online students. Now, see that how you are using the terminology. What are the labels we got? What are the labels we got? Which you will be considering the username, taking with password. Whatever that labels are there, you will be provide all these particular names here. And then mentioning that all these are considered as a labels. Labels should be displayed. So whatever that names are there, you will provide all that particular name. All those things will be considered as a labels. That particular label should be displayed. So that is what you will be mentioning, that labels should be displayed. Okay, done. TC 010. Requirement number TS 01818. Say this in next scenario. What is the next scenario? What is the next scenario? Verify heading. We need to be get verify that particular heading. Okay. Now we can see how we can write it. So test case step. Steps will be the common. What is the first step? What is the first step? Launch browser. You will be taking with the first step, which you will be considering the launch browser. Okay. What will be the second step? What is it? Enter URL. 18. Okay. So now we can see that checking with enter URL. Third step. Verify heading. Okay. Considering that URL. Okay. So you can continue on that verify heading in login page. What is expected result? Heading should be displayed as, what is that heading? Existing user login. Okay. So what exactly that particular heading is there? What exactly that particular heading is there? You need to be get provide that particular heading here. Okay. After that, need to be get consider. TC 011. Okay. Requirement number TS 019. Let's see this particular scenario. If we get look into this particular scenario, taking with the 19. So what is the scenario? What is the scenario? Verify important nodes description. We need to be get provide this particular important nodes description. So need to be write if these particular things we need to be get provide mentioning about taking with these particular things here. Okay. Now we can see here. Verify important nodes description. Okay. So taking with the step. What are the steps you will write? What are the steps you will write? Launch browser. That will be the common thing which you will be taking with launch browser. And then considering the second step. What is the second step? enter URL. Okay. After that, taking the third step, verify important nodes, verify important nodes description, verify important nodes description. Right. So verify important nodes description. What is that particular test data? What is that particular test data? URL. Okay. Expected result. What is that expected result you will write? What is the expected result you will write? You need to be get considering the important nodes should be displayed as important nodes. Important nodes should be displayed as. You need to be get provide all that particular things. You need to be get provide all that particular description. What exactly the description is there. You need to be get right all that particular description. So that you will be considering the important nodes here. Okay. And after that, considering the TC 012. Okay. Requirement number. What is the next one? Verify images in login page. Okay. What is the scenario number? 20. Okay. Considering the TS 020. Okay. Need to write that particular step. Writing with the step. What is the first step we got? What is the first step? Launch browser. You need to be get considering the launch browser and then considering the enter URL. Okay. And then taking with the third step. What is the third step we got? Verify images. Verify images in login page. Verify images in login page. Okay. Considering with test data. What is the test data you will be using? What is the test data you will be using? URL. Need to be get considering that URL. What is the expected result? Considering that images should be displayed. Images should be displayed. Images should be displayed based on you will be taking with mockup. Based on you will be taking with mockup here. So if we get consider this particular mockups, what is the meaning of mockups? Meaning of the mockups, screenshots. So how exactly screenshots has been provided? According to that particular screenshot, you need to be get continued providing that particular details. Okay. Next, considering that taking with TC 013. Okay. Next, requirement number. What is the next scenario? Taking with 21. What is that particular 21? Verify text on images in login page. Okay. Let's see that. Let's understand. Right. So now you can see with the step. See the steps what need to be written. So what are the steps we have to write? First step. What is the first step? Launch browser. Okay. After that, what is that? Enter URL. Okay. After that, verify. What is the scenario number? What is the scenario here? Verify text on images here. On the image he got in a text. On the image he got in a text. You need to be taking care about that particular image that you will be writing it, that need to be tested. Now we can see here. If we consider this particular Excel file, launch browser, and then considering that enter URL. So after entering the URL, what is the next one you will write? Verify text. Text on images. Okay. What is the test data? URL. What is expected is it? Text on images. Text on images should be displayed. So which need to be mentioning about taking with displayed here. So text on images. Text on images should be displayed. What exactly the text is there? That particular text, that particular respective image need to be displayed. Okay. So after that, writing with. So for one scenario, you will be having with one particular test case. It's not like all the test cases here. We have not written all the test cases. You need to be continued. When you're writing with the test cases, looking into the test case step, see that, which you will be taking with 22. Now we can see here. Need to be mentioning about taking with this particular first step. What is the first step need to be done? What is the first step need to be done? Launch browser. We need to be considering that launch browser. Taking with the second step. What is the second step? Enter URL. Okay. So after that. So what will be the next one? Verify links functionality on images. Verify links functionality on images. What is the test data? What is the test data? URL. The test data will take URL. What is the expected result for this? Consider as 3.1. Consider as 3.2. 3.2 is related to which link? Google Play. So once you have been considering that, click on that Google Play link. So click on that particular. Okay. So taking with the second step. What is the second step we will get? Click on. Right. Now we can see that. So test data will be URL only. Taking with this 3.1. 3.1, what is the expected result? Which need to be mentioning about. Play Store should be displayed or open based on your comfortable. 3.2. 3.0 is related to? Okay. That app is store or based on your comfortable, whatever the terminology. So I'll be just mentioning that iOS pages should be displayed. Okay. Next. 0. Now we can see here. TC 0, 15. So this particular 15. Scenario number. Let's see the scenario number. What is the scenario number? TS 0, 23. What is the 23? What is the 23? Verify welcome text. Okay. Now we can see that. This is very straightforward, which need to be mentioning about taking with the test case. TS 0, 23. See the steps you will write. What is the steps you will write? need to be get considering the launch browser. Okay. After that, enter URL. Okay. After that, after entering the URL, verify welcome text. After entering with the URL, you need to be get verify welcome text. Need to be get considering that verify welcome text. Verify welcome text. Okay. What will be the test data? What is the test data? URL. Okay. What is expected is it? Welcome text. Welcome text should be displayed as welcome text. Okay. Welcome text should be displayed as. What is that welcome text we got? What is it? Adactin launches the Adactin hotel app. Okay, right. So you need to be just continued. You need to be just continued writing all that particular test cases. Then taking with this particular 16. So now it'll be taking with another scenario. What is another scenario? What is another scenario? 0 to 4. What is the scenario? What is the scenario? Verify search hotel functionality. But before going to the search hotel, before going with the search hotel, let me complete with registration. Now we can see that we got this particular registration. We have not written test cases for registration. Did we written the test cases here? No. Let me continue on that. Now we can see here. Let's consider first scenario. What is the first scenario we got? What is the first scenario? What is it? Verify new user registration. We need to be taking care about verifying with new user registration functionality. Okay. Now we can see how we can write it. As simple as considering the taking with the test scenarios. What is the meaning of test scenarios? What is the meaning of test scenarios? What need to be tested? Then we got test cases. What is the meaning of test cases? Meaning of test cases. How to be tested. What is the functionality we identified? Verify new user registration. That is a scenario we identified. For that scenario, we need to be coming up with the steps. You can see here how exactly we can write that particular one. So let's see that how exactly we can write that particular one. Taking with first test case, which you will be taking with having these particular TS 001. Taking with the functionality. What is the functionality? Verify new user registration functionality. Further, what are the steps need to be done? What is the first step? Launch browser. The very first step we will be writing, considering the launch browser. Taking the second step, enter URL. Okay. And then taking with third step. So which you will be taking with third step. So what is that particular third step? Click on new user registration. You need to be click on new user registration. You need to be click on new user registration link. Okay, done. So it will be launching with the browser, entering with the URL. You need to be click on new user registration link. So and then taking with the fourth step. What is the fourth step? Fourth step. Enter. See your requirement document as simple as refer the requirement document. It is clearly mentioning that you need to begin a launch browser and you need to begin enter with URL. So after that you need to be click on new user registration link. It will open that particular registration form. In this particular form, what need to be tested? Enter valid username. That will take different combination. But before that, which you will be taking with. Before that, which it will be taking care about. Having documenting all that particular test cases. Now we can see. Click on new user registration link. Okay. After that, what is the next one? So once you got click on new user registration link, it will be opening that particular form. So here you need to get enter all the required details. What you have to enter? Enter username. After that, enter password. Okay. After that, enter confirm password. Okay. Right. After that, enter full name. Okay. Right. After that, enter email address or email ID. After that, enter CAPTCHA. Okay, done. After that, click on terms and condition. Click on terms and conditions. So click on terms and conditions checkbox. 11th step. Click on register button. Click on register button. So what are all the steps are there? You need to be get document. What are all the steps are there? You need to be get document. All the steps here. All these particular steps. You have to provide the test data. See the test data. What is the test data? URL, username, password. After that, confirm password. Confirm password. After that, full name. After full name, email. Okay. After that, CAPTCHA. Okay. After that, checkbox is a test data. Checkbox is that you are entering any data. Checkbox means what you are doing. Check in now. Checkbox check in. Reader button read in. Text box text in. Checkbox means selecting it. You need to perform the click activity. You are not entering any data. So not required on that. So then taking with click on register. Okay. Now we can see that you need to be provide expected result. What is that expected result? Refer your requirement document. Once you got enter all the required details, you need to click on register button. Once you got click on that register button, what is expected result? Receive an email from admin team with login details. Okay. Now what is expected result you will write? What is expected result? Email should be received. Email should be received from admin team. From admin team with login details. Email should be received from admin team with login details. Okay, done. Next, TC 017 and then consider TS 001. Okay. 2. 1 is done. Reset okay, but is that only once test case you will be writing for this? Right. Now we can see that other combination. So another combination you need to be get mentioning that. So another combination you need to be get considering that which you will be taking with. You need to be get this register. Just 1 minute. Oh. Okay. Now we can see here. Launching the browser, entering the URL, click on new user registration link. Okay. After that, checking with the fourth step, considering that, click on register button. Okay. Now see the expected result. See that. Providing with the test data. Providing the test data. Considering that URL. Expected result. Expected result. What is it? Error message should be displayed. Why error message? No, why error message has to be displayed? Mandatory fields. You need to be get enter with the mandatory fields. Without entering with the mandatory fields, you are clicking on that particular register button, that will be mentioning that error message should be displayed. Okay, done. Next, TC018. Okay, TS 001. Okay. Now see the next one, how we can write it. See that how we are writing with the combination. Okay. Now we can see that. See this particular test case. Launching the browser, entering the URL, click on new user registration link. Considering that, enter existing username. Remaining all the steps are same. Enter existing username. Need to be get provide all the data. Need to be get provide all that particular data. It's need to be get provided. So considering the expected result. What is expected result? What is expected result? Why error message? Username already exists. As the username is already exists. As the username is already exists, it's need to be get mentioning about taking the expected result. What is the expected result? Error message should be displayed. Okay, done. After that, TC 019. Okay. Scenario number TS 001. Now we can see here. Now we can see this particular step. Now we can see this particular step. You got done with enter existing username. Okay. Now the C's will be considering that. The C's you are considering that. Enter username and then considering that. Enter existing. Enter existing password. Enter existing password. Providing all that particular test data. Now expected result. What is expected result? Expected result. Is that error message or is that email should be received? Why email? Is it same password will be accepted? Accepted. Accepted or not? You guys are maintaining Gmail email ID. How many email IDs? 10 email IDs, huh? Minimum 3 email IDs you will be maintaining. For that 3 email IDs, password is same or different? Same, huh? Maybe same, huh? Okay, assume that same or different, that is a different part. You got 3 email IDs. For that 3 email IDs, can we maintain with the same password or not? Yes or no? We can maintain. So that means what will be the expected result? What is that expected result? Alright. Email should be received. Email should be received from admin team. Okay. Email should be received from admin team with login details here. Okay, done. So don't be confused here. Even though you are providing with the existing password, it has to be work. Not like error message, it has to be work. Okay, next. TC 020. Considering that scenario 001. Okay, let's see that. This I'll be taking with enter password. So this I'll be taking with enter password. This is okay. Now we can see that enter confirm password. Enter confirm password mentioning the different as password. Enter confirm password different as password. Okay. Remaining steps are same. Remaining all the steps are same. What is the expected result? Error message. Why error message? What is it? Password and confirm password. Both should be same. That is a common thing. So considering that mentioning about error message should be displayed. Okay, done. Considering that TC 021, considering that scenario 1. You can see that. So for one scenario, we can write multiple test case. It depends on that functionality. It depends on that functionality. You will be having only one test case or which it will be having multiple test cases. As a tester, we need to be get understand that what are all that combinations need to be done. Now we can see here. Let's take this particular one. So this is we will be considering that. This is we will be considering that. Everything is the same. You need to be get enter email. If you are taking with the email, what are the mandatory things in the email? @ symbol. .com is mandatory. Com is mandatory. Then, okay, .com is mandatory. Can't we go with .in? .co.in? Yahoo.co.in? Com is not like mandatory. What is the mandatory there? Dot symbol. Dot symbol is a mandatory. If you refer any email address, @ symbol and dot symbol is mandatory. Now assume that you tried with the email. You tried with the email address without @ and then taking with dot. So enter email ID without @ symbol and then taking with dot symbol. Okay. Now we can see here. Considering that Remaining steps are same. Okay. Now we will be taking expected result. What is the expected result? What is the expected result? Error message should be displayed. Okay, done. After that, considering that TC 022 TS 001. Okay. Now we can see that. See the combinations. So this particular one, you are entering it. So this particular one, you will be mentioning about enter existing captcha. Enter existing captcha. Okay. Now we can see here. Expected result. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Meaning of existing captcha? Okay. For your understanding. Uh-huh. What is it? Error message. I mean that existing means so which has been previous one. So in case of you're trying with that particular one, need to be get mentioning about error message should be displayed. Okay, right. And after that, TC23, considering the TS001. Okay. Now we can see that. See the steps here. That we will be taking with enter captcha. So this we will be considering that taking with this particular step. Okay. Now we can see here. Providing this particular required data. Now, what is expected result? Uh-huh. Why error message? Why error message? Terms and conditions. We have not clicked on terms and condition that it has to be provide error message, which need to be get considering that, error message should be displayed. So this is you need to be get continued writing all that particular required test cases. So you guys can continue with the remaining modules here. You need to be get comfortable writing with the test case for all the remaining modules. So if you get complete writing with the remaining modules, then we'll be getting started with another most important concept. For now, we are taking with test scenarios, test cases. What is the next one? What is it? Test execution. Test execution is a very most important. But before going to that, we need to be get follow some guidelines and we need to be get follow some design techniques. So tomorrow I'll try to complete these guidelines and then taking with the design techniques here. Then we'll be getting started with test execution. So, but before getting started that particular test execution, you guys can take care about writing with all the test cases here. So for all the modules, see that you can write with maximum test cases. Until unless you are not writing with the test cases, we cannot go with execution. Because for doing the execution, what we required? Test cases has been required. So take care about that. Try to write maximum of the test cases. If you write all the modules here very easily, you can write with 100 plus test cases. How many? 100 plus, not 100. So you can write more than 100, but at least try to write minimum of 100 test cases here. Then you will get more comfortable in writing with the test cases. By that it will become an easy taking with execution here. Okay? Clear? What is assignment for tomorrow? How many test cases you will write? 100 you will write. 100 plus you will write. Let's see that how many test cases you will write. But try to write maximum test cases. Okay? Carry on. Thank you. ఏ ఫార్మాట్? అది డైరెక్ట్ టెంప్లెట్ మీరు దాంట్లోనే రాసేస్తారు అంతే. అది ఇమేజ్ కాదు, ఎక్సెల్ ఫైల్. ఎక్సెల్ ఫైల్ కదా, మీరు డౌన్లోడ్ ఎట్లా చేశారో మరి. ఓపెన్ న్యూ ట్యాబ్ అని కొట్టి డౌన్లోడ్ చేయండి. ఫైల్ ని డౌన్లోడ్ చేయండి, డౌన్లోడ్ అవుతుంది కదా. డౌన్లోడ్ అయిపోయిన తర్వాత దాన్ని ఓపెన్ చేయగానే యూ విల్ బి హ్యావింగ్ ద ఆప్షన్. ఒకసారి చూడండి, అవ్వకపోతే చూద్దాం. యా.